Hello everybody, welcome to my next video, will, going to, and the present continuous, future plans. So I know there are more uses to these three tenses, these three expressions. However, I just want to focus on future plans today, and we'll discuss other parts to these tenses in another day. So, first of all, we use will when we have decided on a plan at the time of speaking. So, I'll meet up with my friends after work today. Now, in this case, we have just decided on this at the moment of speaking. You might be asking me, well, Daryl, but you could also say, I'm going to meet up with my friends today, which is true. But in that case, you're talking about a plan made before the time of speaking, but we'll come to that. In this case, because we use will, we're talking about something that's just been decided. Frequently, we will use will with think. So, I think I'll meet up with my friends today. I think I'll go to the cinema. So there is an element of I might do that in the future, but it's not set in stone. A lot of people believe that will is the strongest of the future tenses, as it were, but in fact it's the weakest. We're moving on to going to, which is a bit stronger, and this is when we've decided on a plan before the time of speaking. Now, I am going to study maths at university next year. So you have made the plan first, and then you've talked about it. So this has been made before the time of speaking. However, it's not been completely organised at this point. But maybe the person hasn't been accepted into university yet. But the idea is that they are planning to do this. We use the present continuous when we're talking about arrangements in the future. So in other words, these are plans that have already been organised. They're set in stone. So we can say, I'm studying maths at university next year. But in this case, the difference between going to and the present continuous is that the plan here has already been organised. So maybe the university has already accepted your application to study maths. So in this case, it is set in stone. So we use will when we are less sure, going to is stronger, and present continuous is extremely strong. Now, you might be asking me, Daryl, but how do we know when to use will, going to, and present continuous in an activity? And it is true that, for example, you could say, I am going to study maths, or I'm studying maths. If you're doing a grammar activity, there needs to be context to the situation. If there's no context, then strictly speaking, you should be allowed to use either of the options. So if I say I am going to study maths at university next year, that's fine. Or I'm studying maths at university next year is also fine, because there's no additional context. I'm just referring to the specific phrase. So going to, decision made before the time of speaking, and studying, it's already been organised. So these are the differences between will, going to, and present continuous. Will we've decided it at the time of speaking and is often used with think. Going to, when we've decided on a plan before the time of speaking, but it's not completely set in stone. And present continuous, when we have everything set in stone. Usually you will have some context, maybe a time and a place, for example, where we know it's definitely the present continuous. So I'll finish this video here, but I will have another video. I'm going to post it immediately, which will be an activity relating to future plans using will, going to, and the present continuous. So I'll see you next time.